Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time. This journey was the journey was real, right? But I'm back, full fledged, thankful. Doing my time away, God helped me to understand why my page was created. This page was created to be a community outreach page. This page is going to transform lives and empower people to be great, the best version of themselves from every capacity of being able to handle and cope with life, right? This channel is free. It is to assist people that are homeless. It is assist people with clothes. It will assist people with resume writing, job training, job placement, grief counseling, um, one-on-one counseling, just regular counseling because you're depressed, whatever type of counseling or therapy that you need. This is what this page gonna do for it, right? Um, Within this page, I have a special component that is geared towards youth, the ages of 16 to 26. That's a very unique age. Nobody wants to deal with but me. I love them, right? Um, and it's gonna be okay, right, with them. So today I want to talk a little bit about something that I've observed over the past few months. Youth violence has been a big deal, right, in the community. Um, Hate crimes and things of that nature, right? And it hardens my heart and it saddens my heart to see this. So today I want to talk about something that I think is part of the trigger for this, right? So I'm going to define what music means because a lot of the youth that I see, they listen to music, and music is a powerful tool. And I think sometimes as people, we don't understand or realize how powerful music can be. You know, music can make us feel good, music can make us feel sad, music can make you feel a whole lot of ways because it's just that powerful, right? So I took the time to just look up some definitions as to describe music to tie it into my tutorial, right? And so for me and what I wanted to and where I wanted to take this message, I looked through the Oxford Dictionary, I looked through the Webster, looked through a lot of different dictionaries, and the only dictionary gave me the definition that I really was looking for was the Urban Dictionary. It breaks it down pretty amazingly. So it says that music is indefinable by words alone. It is not only something that you hear, it's what you feel. Music is a feeling. It make you feel some kind of way. It can make you feel good. It can make you feel bad. It can make you feel a whole lot of different ways, right? And so it says that it is something your soul can reach out and touch. So if your soul can reach out and touch music, then that means music has an astronomical level of power behind the concept of music, right? So music was originated from all over the world since the beginning of time. Music can be complex or it could be a method of escape for a person, or it could just keep you alive, right? So, with all those things said, music is a powerful, 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 powerful tool. Now, I work with youth, and a lot of the youth that I work with, music is one of their coping skills, right? And depending on the type of music that they're listening to and the state of mind that they're in, music can either make or break them, right? Now, going back to biblical terms of how the Bible speaks of the power of the tongue, it's life or death with your tongue. So, using it to sing or using it for music or this or that or however, it can really, 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 really leave an effect on you in a way that you're not even aware of. Now, I did a little more prying through the Urban Dictionary, and I got a couple of more little um, definitions just to kind of add because it means something, right? So it says music vibrating the air. Okay, music vibrate the air. Okay, it's something the world will be lost without. Okay, so music is it's like wow, music is something. Music is life. Okay, music is what feelings sound like. Okay, so we hear music and we hear love music. Music sounds like something. Like music is very, 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 very powerful. Okay, it says that love could be heard through music. Okay, music is it's powerful. So knowing that music is powerful and knowing that youth tie music into their coping skill. If a youth is listening to some gang banging, drug shaking, treacherous music, what type of behavior do we think we're going to display, right? Um, Normally, the music that you listen to, it's the type of behavior that you exude, right? So, if I'm listening to some thugged out music, I'm gonna act like a thug. If I'm listening to some Christian R&B or some Christian music, I'm gonna act like that, right? So music, we have to figure out and tailor what type of music or what type of vibe we want to be on, right? So if I don't want to be on fight mode or fight zone, gangster, game banging type of zone, then I need to reframe and do something different, right? So I'm on here today because I'm challenging youth to try to feed your soul something different where it comes to music. You can find music choices that nurture your soul and still have the beats and the drive that you're looking for, right? Opposed to just listening to something that's filling you up and killing you. If this definition said that music is something to keep you alive, why are we listening to music that's trying to kill us, right? Or have us killing each other? We have to we have to we have to really think about that, right? Like it's not okay to want to beat the brakes off your classmate or somebody because they looked at you. See, the music that we listen to, it tells us, oh, this is right, and all of this. You got to think about these artists are trying to sell. And if this negative stuff that they're packaging up and selling it, they selling it to you and it's killing you. You don't realize it. Some of the stuff that these rappers are rapping about, it's just a story that they're telling, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that their life was that. Some of them, yeah, their life was probably like that. But now that they got money and they're doing different things, please believe they're changing and transforming their lives to um, convert it to fit in the world that they're in at this time. See, that was the old them. Then they have to transform and transform into a new creature, a new way of living. Even though they still rapping that stuff, they not living it. So it's a difference between rapping it and living it. You don't want to. You want to listen to something where what you're listening to, that person is living it and they speaking what they living, opposed to speaking something just to make the money off of what you're listening to, right? I'll give you an example of just how powerful music is. I remember a couple of years ago, me and my cousin, my road dog, we was on our way on a road trip. Well, in the process of us being out there trying to go on a road trip, I'm on the freeway. We in a fast car. We in a Charger. We got some music on. We got Future. We got Wicked on. I like the beat. Like the beat is banging. It's banging. So we in the car. We driving I-75 South in Kentucky. I'm doing like 125, almost 130 in the car, right? I'm flying. The only thing that slowed us down is that it was an officer had somebody pulled over to the side of the road, right? So I'm like, oh man, I'm like, let me slow down. I'm doing like 130. I'm slowing down. So the process of me slowing down, a police behind me, and I'm like, is this police trying to pull me over? My cousin like it looked like it, so I'm like, okay, let me just pull over, get out the way. So I pull over. The officer like, hey, are you Indy car driver? Blah blah blah. I forget the Indy car driver name. But I say all of that to say this. He thinking I'm just out there flying just to be flying, and I'm flying because the music is hyphy and it made me that way, right? And so after the officer talked to me, I was in the car and I'm praying. I'm like, Lord, please don't let this man give me a ticket. I'm all the way out here. I'm a D girl, not a Kentucky girl, right? So I wound up not getting the ticket, but he gave me a verbal warning. He said, look, ma'am, slow down because this is a dangerous road. A lot of lives get taken on this road when they're going that fast. And I had to respect the zone that he was in because, first of all, he could have gave me a whole lot of tickets and I could have been in a whole world of trouble. But he didn't. So when I pulled off from him, I told my cousin, which is the DJ, I'm like, you got to put on something a little more calm, put on some R&B or some jazz or something. So as she changed the music, my aggression changed, right? And I was calm, laid back, and driving right. Okay, so I say all of this to say this. At the end of the day, the music that we take in and the behaviors that we're taking in because this music is so powerful, it can keep us alive, it can kill us, it can do a whole lot of things. As a person, I challenge you, what type of music are you going to listen to? Are you gonna keep listening to gangster music and keep fighting your peers and not trying to do something different than what you have learned? How can we unlearn this negative behavior with the music, right? Um, it's treacherous. It's killing our youth. And when do we, as a body of people, learn that we need to make better music choices, right? Especially if it's causing us to um, not be able to fulfill dreams and goals that we have, right? If you somebody that you wish to go to the NFL or something like that, and you are a youth that is on a football team or a basketball team, or you want to be on one of these teams, do you think you can get there by the violence, continuing to display violent behavior? You can't make it there. So at the end of the day, like, I know that you are an amazing individual and you are capable of changing your music patterns and changing the unlearned, and changing the learned behaviors of violence. Like, you have a choice. You have a choice. You can either choose to continue to fight and to get tickets and to possibly face jail time or possibly kill somebody because you didn't beat the brakes off them so bad to the point that you hurt them, you killed them. Like, I know you wouldn't want that type of um, record on you where you locked up for just reacting to something that took place. That's not ethical. So, with all of that being said, I challenge youth to change their music style. Right? You might think that listening to some other type of music, whether it's Christian R&B, Christian rap, or just regular R&B or contemporary music, some other type of music that's going to motivate you to become a better you, right, and a better person living in society, opposed to continuing the violence. Like, what are you gonna do? I mean, it just amazes me that I see so many youth. Like, I could be in the grocery store or anywhere, and I could see a whole bunch of youth that have headphones in and they got a phone in their hand and they not paying attention to nothing around them, right? That's just how powerful music is. Anytime something can touch your soul, it's powerful, right? So that lets me know that what we hear, whether it's whatever it is we're hearing, like you're taking in what you hear, and it's feeding your soul and it's nurturing your soul. So, do you want to nurture your soul with something positive that's going to help you to be a better person, or do you want to nurture your soul with some violence? Like violence in your soul, like that's your soul have to feel uneasy, right? So, make better choices for you. Choose you, not this music and this violence. It is horrendous to see youth on youth violence. Like, we as a body of people, we got to do better with sticking together and trying to understand and respect other people's zones, right? It's okay to disagree or agree to disagree, right? That's okay. But the violent part, the violence is unacceptable behavior. And so I challenge you to stop it. Like, it ain't something you have to do. I get it that you need to defend yourself, but it's a lot of ways, different ways to handle defending yourself and your thoughts and how you feel about something. And I don't take away that you felt, violated by whatever somebody done to you, you know, but it's different ways to handle it opposed to violence. And one thing that I see too is that a lot of times violence, like if it's a youth that display violent tendencies, in some cases parents have that same aggression, right? And the youth have adapted it from them. I'm challenging parents to become gentle parents. Like, how do we learn? Where do we start becoming gentle parents? Like, you shouldn't be a parent that's 40, 50, 60 years old and you're going to fight a kid, or you're going to display these tendencies that your child is displaying, because what happens in a situation like that, when you do that, you can't even talk to your child because your child is not going to listen because they're seeing you display these negative behaviors, right? So, as a parent, we got to check ourselves and we got to display a different type of way of handling conflict opposed to violence. Like, it got to end somewhere. It's unethical. I mean, and it's not just like throughout schools. You got elementary kids that's violent. You got middle school kids that's violent. You got high school kids that's violent. You got adults being violent that's out there fighting and hyphy and a lot of anger and all of this type of stuff. Like, that's not normal to just be fighting like that. Who does that? So I challenge whoever listening on my page, if you one of these people, and I'm not judging because I've been a hothead before, but to some extreme, as people, we have to learn to do better. We have to change learned behaviors. Like, how do we unlearn these behaviors? That's where I come in at. So if you know that you're a person and you need some help to unlearn negative behaviors, please inbox me. Use any of the social media platforms that is attached down to my page in the caption, and I will most definitely schedule something with you to be able to do a free coaching session, right? To just help you to be a better person. This is a totally free page. I want to help my community because I feel like nobody gives back to the community, and I want to be that person to help the community. So if it's anything that I can do to help you, please let me know. Thanks for listening. I hope that this message resonate with somebody. And most definitely, I hope that at least if 10 youth take heed to what I'm saying, we on our way to the world being a better place for youth. And thank you for, just taking this time out. Have a good day. Peace.